also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Garin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari. And any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar.
Garin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
Welcome back to Andy Moore Field here at Indiana University. Tony Donahue alongside Brandy Grubb. Game number 2 between the North and South Girls High School All-Stars. Game number 1 finished up about an hour ago. The South with a 4-2 victory in that one as we get ready for game number 2. Now the batting order for this game will be where they left off in the numerical order of game number 1. So leading it off for the North All-Stars, who are now the visiting team, will be number 13, Carly Trine. She will actually attend Trine to play her college softball. And on the mound here for the South All-Stars is Ashton Green. So, Brandy, 4-2 game earlier today, 2 solo home runs. The difference in that one, but again, defense was the name of the game.
I was really impressed with the defense. There were some great heads-up, smart plays.
21, Ashton Green. And behind the plate, your 2022 Miss Softball number 1, Carissa Hamilton from Shelbyville High School. Leading off the top of the first for the North, from Kokomo High School, number 13, Carly Trine.
All right, so here we go. First pitch. In their first strike. Umpires have even flip-flopped here. So Ashton Green from Tecumseh High School. As this one is fouled back right close to us. State champion a few weeks ago in Class 1A, led by head coach Gordon Wood. 29-5 was Tecumseh, your 1A state champions for high school softball. Quickly, the count goes 0-2. So one skips in there for a ball, 1-2. So still a lot of pitchers being thrown at you here. So Trine looks at the 1-2 pitch. This one is hit deep to left over the left fielder. And that's going to be good for a leadoff double here for the North.
Great bat on two strikes.
That ball just kept carrying.
It did. I think it surprised the left fielder with the angle she took.
So Carly Trine, who hit 5 home runs this year at 29 RBIs, leads this game off with a leadoff double. She was the District 2 finalist for the Miss Softball Award, who earlier today was given out to Carissa Hamilton of Shelbyville. She'll play her college softball at Kentucky. As Lindsay DeLeo heads to the dish. She had some great defensive fielding in game number 1. Swings away at strike number 2. So Trine on second. Green fires it in there low for a ball. A lot of great at-bats, Brandy, we saw. And talk about the importance that is to learning a new pitcher. when you don't know what's coming, fighting those balls off.
Yeah, you got to work the count to your advantage. You got to keep chipping away, and finding that pitch that you can drill.
To the 2-2. Just barely makes contact with it, and we'll do it again. So again, the North team, they are coached by Tracy Corneal from Valpo, Gabby Thomas of Pioneer, and Valpo with 2 representatives on the North All-Star team. And then Katie Mitchell of Whiteland and Jason Cinders, Brad Gilbert of Bedford North Lawrence. Jason Cinders of Clay City is the coaching staff for the South as that ball misses short and the count goes full for the second batter of game number 2. That one just missed outside. For the first 2 batters here for the North are on. Carly Trine with a double off the wall. And then DeLeo with a walk. Now Natalie Hasselby from Columbia City High School will step to the plate. 2 on, nobody out here. Top of the first inning. Game number 2. First pitch comes in there for a strike. Again, the South winners in game number 1. 4-2. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission is prohibited. As Hasselby swings away at strike number 2. Green did not pitch in game 1. The state champion fires the 0-2 in just high. Ball 1. Hasselby was 0 for 1 in game number 1, and she swings and misses at strike 3. That is the first out of the inning. She'll run over to Brooke Licky from Columbia City. Brooke had a nice base hit in game number 1. First pitch outside corner for strike 1. 2 on, 1 out. And we saw in game 1, Brandy, the North All-Stars had a tough time with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, they definitely had difficulty advancing those runners, putting them across the plate. Need to be a little choosy here, make sure they're hitting the right pitches.
They had the bases loaded with 1 out in the 3rd inning of game 1 and couldn't do anything with it as Licky fans at strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Ashton Green after a base hit and a walk. And Jenkins steps to the plate here from Northwood High School. First pitch, changeup, gets the entire bat around, bounces it off the post, foul. The count goes to 0-1 to Morgan Jenkins again of Northwood High School. So the first 2 runners on. Back-to-back strikeouts for Green. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. 0-2.
That was kind of brilliant, throwing the change first and then coming in with the speed. Caught her completely off guard.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Ashton Green works out of a 2-on, nobody out jam to strike out 3 batters in a row and in the inning. So again, with runners in scoring position, the North goes scoreless through a half inning here in game number 2 of the North-South All-Star game. The South and North still tied at 0. We'll be back right after this on IndianaSRN.
Entrepreneurs are often the hardest working, most beloved, and inspirational people on the planet. People who lead with heart and are fueled by passion. People like Randy, who found time while running his restaurants to put 3 adopted kids through college. Like Rebecca, who switched careers as an architect to achieve her dream of opening a music venue. And Tamia, who turned an after-school hobby into an online floral empire. Entrepreneurs put the time in, lead by example, spark ideas, and impact communities, all while shaping the financial future of their families. Nearly 1 million entrepreneurs trust Heartland to provide the technology to make money, move money, manage employees, and engage customers. Because we're entrepreneurs, we're people, and we get it.
Welcome back, Indiana SRN, the North-South High School Girls Softball All-Star Game from Indiana University. Tony Donahue alongside Brandy Grubb. Game number 2. We head to the bottom of the first inning. The North had 2 hits in that top of the first, but couldn't do anything with it. To the mound from West Lafayette Harrison High School is Sydney Miller. She did pitch an inning back in game number 1. So, Brady, tell us, you now have seen a little bit of the repetition from this pitcher. Now you second time around, you get another look at her.
Yeah, I think the nerves are starting to settle now. The girls are getting in their rhythm. They know what to expect from her.
Brooke Lickey moves over to second base. And your leadoff batter is Savannah Gaither. She goes right after the first pitch and goes gapping. This is going to go to the wall, and Gaither is in with her second hit of the day. This time a leadoff double for the South.
I am loving this right side outside pitch hitting. It takes skill and patience to wait on that outside pitch and drive it.
So the lefty drives one through the hole to the fence. And outside corner called for strike 1 as Sydney Miller fires in the first strike. Great piece of hitting there to lead off the inning. For Savannah Gaither, who has 2 hits so far today. Bella Gerlach from Corydon Central High School is now up. She's put a little shortstop today. We've seen her out in the outfield as well. And the 0-2 pitch skips in there for a ball. We saw in game 1, Brandy, runs of a premium here. Runners in scoring position of the utmost importance to strike as early as possible.
Yep, time to execute. Find your pitch.
And that pitch comes in as a changeup. Gerlach was way early on it and sends that thing out to the parking lot. So the 1-2. Chopper to the shortstop. Fires it over. Great pick there at first base by Kennedy Pickenpaw. She pecks it up off the ground. And that's the first out of the inning.
Number 19, Jessica Young.
Jessica Young will step up from Bloomington South High School. Misses outside. Young will play her college ball next year at Western Michigan. She was donning the Western Michigan visor between games. Her family decked out in Western Michigan gear. And this ball jams her up to
caught center off.
And Allison Bertrand goes back on it a little bit, waits, and settles underneath it for the second out of the inning.
From Evansville Central High School, number 20, Olivia Moxley.
So Olivia Moxley steps to the plate. Looks at first pitch strike. So if Miller can work out of this opening batter hit, both pitchers will be doing a great job to start this game of working out of jams with no outs. Each team with 1 hit so far here as we're in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-1. Out front, slices it to right. Great communication there. And it is hauled in from right field. So
yep, outfielder always has that call. Excellent communication.
So a great catch there by Alexis Antle. And through 1, we are scoreless. You are watching the North-South All-Star Game from Bloomington, Indiana, here on IndianaSRN.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
And we're back here from Andy Moore Field in Bloomington. I want to thank Taylor Architects. They were established in 1985 by J. Robert Taylor, Following 20 years of multi-discipline project design and varied construction administration experiences throughout several states. Now, after more than 35 years of practice, the success of this firm continues as clients and project types go into a diverse history of successful architectural services. Thank you to Taylor Architects. Sophia Mosius takes to the mound. We saw her pitch last game, 1 inning. She also had a solo home run in game number 1. It was the go-ahead home run as they went up 2-1. Wound up winning 4-2 in game number 1. So we've hit the top of the second inning here. That'll move Kendall Grover over to third. That ball goes to the wall. Macy Shirk goes to first. At short will be Bella Gerlach for the South. And leading off here for the North All-Stars in the top of the second inning will be number 18, Haley Smith from South Bend Adams High School. She had an RBI sacrifice fly back in game number 1. First pitch high. Swung on, missed. Strike 1. Swung on again and missed. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3, so Haley Smith goes down swinging.
Painted that outside corner.
Now batting from Norwell High School, number 19, Allison Bertrand.
So Bertrand from Norwell High School will step up to the plate. One down here in the top of the second. Curveball comes in inside for Mosius. The 1-0. Swung on, foul. Count evens at 1. One out here in the top of the second. Also want to thank Kate Todd for her help here with the SCAI committee. The 1-1 swung on and missed. The count goes to 1-2. Allison Bertrand with Alexis Antle on deck. Swung on, missed. With a high fastball gets her. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Mosius. 2 down in the top of the second.
Now batting from Westview High School, number 20, Alexis Antal. Antle, who had a couple running swing slaps down the line last at bat, stays put with the foot down and rips one foul. Talk about the difficulty, Brandy, to hit one of those rise balls. We saw that there, that rising fastball that struck out Bertrand.
Well, if you see, she's standing in the front of the box, so she is trying to negate the movement of the ball. Typically, a rise isn't something you want to swing at unless it's coming up at waist height anyway.
The 1-1. Ripped to the right side over the first baseman. They'll try to throw her out at first, but she is safe. It's a good hustle there by Antle, and she's on with 2 outs.
That just shows how skilled she is. She can slap, she can bunt, she can hit away.
Sophia knocking right there, fielded it cleanly. Tried to fire it over to Shirk at first, wasn't in time, so the 2-out hit brings up Gwynnie Garr. Guard takes ball 1. Gar back into the box. Low stance. Swings away and fouls it over our heads. Here comes the 1-1. High fastball, swing and a miss, 1-2. The high fastball is raking havoc so far on this lineup for the North.
Yes, it is.
See if she'll go back to it here on 1-2. Gar smacks it back off the foot of Mosius into left field, and that's another base hit.
Ooh, that is every pitcher's nightmare.
Right off the foot of Mosius. She'll walk it off. But back-to-back hits here with 2 outs for the North. Again, Brandy, an opportunity here in scoring position. You've got to connect.
You've got to control these counts so that you're not caught behind trying to swing at anything to stay alive.
So the last batter for the North is Faith McLean, number 22. That'll then recycle around to the batter who led off game number 1. That would be Charlotte Dombrowski from Valpo. She is on deck as McLean swings and misses at the high fastball for strike number 1. This one foul back, and the count quickly 0-2. So back-to-back innings here for the North of 2 outs and runners on first and second. They failed to convert in the top of the first inning. Here's the 0-2. Foul back. When you find yourself behind in the count like this, you've got to protect everything.
Everything. Chip away.
The 0-2. Foul back over our heads again. So good at bat here, though. Although you're down 0-2 if you're Faith McLean, you're finding that timing of a new pitcher in Mosius. So the 0-2. Waited on it. Bouncer to third. Fielded cleanly there by Kendall Grover, and that is the end of the top of the second inning. So a threat again for the North. They don't convert. Nothing as we head to the bottom of the second inning here on IndianaSRN.
Craving comfort fresh food made from scratch daily? Check out Aspen Creek Grill. Located across from Hamilton Town Center and beside the Holiday Inn, we offer family farm-raised premium Black Agnes steaks hand-cut daily, creamy pastas, salmon chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Start with our famous powwow shrimp appetizer and don't miss our refreshing drinks. Family-friendly or a great night out with friends. Aspen Creek Grill. Aspen Creek Grill, Noblesville. Call 317-559-3300.
We're through 1.5 innings here from Andy Moore Field at IU. The North-South All-Star game scoreless in game number 2. It was the South picking up a 4-2 victory in game number 1. We head to the bottom of the second inning here as the South will have Ashton Green, their starting pitcher. She will take to the plate the state champion Ashton Green from Tecumseh High School. First pitch swinging on a line out to the center fielder, and that is caught cleanly by Carly Trine. Out number 1.
Now batting from Sullivan High School, number 22, Kendall Edmondson.
So Sydney Miller continues on the mound here. This is her second inning. And Kendall Edmondson will come up from Sullivan High School. Looks at the first pitch. That one comes in low, ball 1. Second pitch fires in low. Count goes quickly to 2-0. Getting in front of that count kind of opens it up for the hitter. The 2-0. Jammed her a little bit, and that's going to be caught at short on the run by Faith McLean. Quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting your 2022 Miss Softball from Shelbyville High School, Carissa Hamilton.
So Carissa Hamilton, who started today number 9, is now number 1 as she was just named between games the Miss Softball for the state of Indiana. The Shelbyville High School native will play her college softball next year at Kentucky. 526 on the season with 11 home runs. She bats here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Quickly looks at ball 2. Just missed inside. 3-0 to Miss Softball.
She gets on base here. Go that shot on him so you can see that jersey.
The 3-0. And
Look at that. That is why she is Miss Softball.
She shows it right there on a 3-0 pitch. Hits back, waits for it. Finds the gap between the shortstop and third base.
Now batting from Westfield High School, number 2, Avery Parker.
And the South has their first runner on here in the bottom of the second inning with 2 outs. Two outs here. Throw down the first, throw down the second, stealing is Carissa Hamilton, and she is in there safely. Avery Parker steps up to the plate. Must be nice to be able to take your number 9 hitter, give her the number 1 jersey, have her up to bat with Avery Parker, who's going to play her college softball next year right here at IU up next. She holds the home run record at Westfield High School. 2 loud flyouts in game number 2. Ooh. Rips this one on a tomahawk chop down the left side, foul. The 1-2. Upstairs, too high, 2-2. The IU commit. The 2-2 way out in front of it, fouls it back. So Sydney Miller pitching her 3rd inning of the day, her 2nd of this game, game number 2. Bottom of the second. The 2-2. Fouled it off. This one fouled back as well. So great at bat here. Avery Parker versus Sydney Miller with 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second. 1 on. And for the 2nd straight inning, the South with a runner in scoring position. A changeup. 2 hops to the short, and it'll be ran out. Not picked at first. Hamilton will score. And on the error, Parker is into second sliding. And that's your first run of the ball game as the South takes a 1-0 lead.
Those little hops will get you. They'll eat you up. It's not always easy to judge whether to come in or stay stationary.
So the error.
Now batting from Martinsville High School, number 3, Ella Whitney.
Will cost the North as the South to go ahead 1-0. And Ella Whitney from Martinsville High School will step up to the plate with 2 on, a runner in scoring position, and the South now with a 1-0 advantage. The 0-1. Jammed her, popped up, on the run, to left, caught, and that'll do it. So minimum damage there. The error does cost them the first run of the game. And it's the South through 2, leading the North 1-0. You're watching the High School All-Star Game right here on IndianaSRN.
A sports degree that is beyond the game? a degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
We're back here on Indiana SRN, the high school girls softball all-star game. The North versus the South heads to the top of the third inning. Now pitching for the South is Kendall Edmonston. She is from Sullivan High School. The error costing the North the lead here. It is now 1-0 in favor of the South, as the North will have the top of their order come up with Charlotte Dombrowski and her Valparaiso High School teammate, Peyton Iliff, as the second batter, followed by the pitcher, Sydney Miller. Atlas Foundry Company, since 1893, has been owned and operated by the Gartland family. The foundry has continued to grow by providing high-quality gray iron castings, plus needed support services such as pattern development and storage services, metal testing, evaluation, prototyping, part finishing, machining, coating, heat treating, and much more. Thanks for the support, Atlas Foundry Company. So we'll see what happens throughout this inning as Kendall Edmondson, a little tough time controlling the ball there in her warm-ups.
From Valparaiso High School, number 2, Charlotte Dombrowski.
Top of the third, Charlotte Dombrowski. We've seen her pitch, we've seen her play second, seen her play a little outfield. Her coach, Tracy Corneal, was a finalist for the Coach of the Year from Valpo High School. The Vikings. First pitch swinging. One hopper to third. Easy play to first. First out of the inning. And a nice job there by Ella Whitney, fielding, making a great throw over to first.
Number 4, Peyton Iliff.
Let's bring up Peyton Iliff, also from Valparaiso High School. Nice town, Valpo. I was born there, for those that care. So Iliff 0 for 2 in the first game of the day. 0-1 comes in inside, misses. The 1-0 is off the end of the bat, ripped to right field, opposite field hit there. So Peyton Iliff, with her first hit of the day, is on with a one-out single.
Opposite field hitting, I love it.
So Sydney Miller, who's pitched the first 2 innings for the North, comes
from Harrison High School, number 5, Sydney
to
Miller.
the plate. Inside corner, fastball called for strike 1. The 0-1. High, missed outside. Evens the count at 1. Iliff on first. 1 out. 1-1. They have not done a great job on the scoreboard. So big thanks to Ben Wood for keeping our scoreboard here in IndianaSRN up to date, because that's the one I am looking out for. The 1-1 fouled off on the high changeup. 1-2. The 1-2. Changeup,
nice
waits
play.
on it, smokes it to the right side, but foul. Again, a big thanks to everybody here at IndianaSRN. Will Simmons, Ben Wood doing a great job of today's production of the 2022 North-South All-Star Game here from Indiana University, Andy Moore Field. We'll do it again, the 1-2. Foul that one off. So Sydney Miller battling here. Pitcher on pitcher. Edmondson sets. Delivers. Change up. 2 hops. Throw to second. Winds up in right field. And Sydney Miller winds up at first, wisely stays. Iliff will get to third on the error of the throw.
Number 6, Carly Walter.
And for the third straight inning, 2 on with less than 2 out here for the North.
And that's why you back up all your positions. That did keep her at first. At least kept her out of scoring position for the moment.
So Carly Walter from Lowell High School, the Red Devils, will step to the dish. Runners on the corners, 1 out. The North threatening for the 3rd consecutive inning. So far, nothing to show for it. First pitch of the at-bat coming. Swings, high, fly ball to the left. We'll see if she tags. Iliff will tag. The throw comes home, and she is in there safely. We are not sliding it home today, folks. 1-1, the North ties it up with a sacrifice fly from Carly Walter. So Kendall Peckinpah will step up to the plate. Peckinpah, 2 flyouts in game number 1. First base from McCutcheon High School. First pitch, swinging, 3 hops at the short, great play, and out of the inning is the South, but the North ties it up on a sacrifice fly from Carly Walter. Through 2.5, North and South All-Stars tied at 1. We'll be back right after this on IndianaSRN.
A career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
We are back here on IndianaSRN. The top of the 3rd inning now in the books of game in number 2. It saw the North on a sacrifice fly tie the game at 1 run apiece from Lowell High School's Carly Walter. We head to the bottom of the 3rd from Andy Moore Field here in Bloomington, Indiana. Game number 2 of the high school all-star game. Indiana Mulch and Sown. Since inception in 1987, Indiana Mulch and Sown has been dedicated to providing the highest quality products to landscapers, businesses, residents in central Indiana. Our first priority and foremost goal is to establish long-term relationships with our customers by offering exceptional service and the highest quality landscape products. This philosophy has defined our success for the last 35 years and will continue for decades to follow as Miss Softball, Carissa Hamilton, tries to get the wave going here as we warm up for the bottom of the 3rd inning. So after the sacrifice fly by Carly Walter, she will now take to the mound as the next pitcher for the North All-Stars, and leading off for the South All-Stars from Mooresville High School will be Kendall Grover. So North doing a great job. They already have
the bottom of the 3rd inning for the South.
More hits than they had last game. Just having a hard time converting. They do get the sacrifice there to tie it up at 1 in the top of the 3rd, as Grover here will lead it off for the South. Grover, way ahead of the first pitch, fouls it off into the dugout. So Walter pitches to Grover here. The 0-1. That one is ripped foul.
Crushed that one. A little ahead.
As the count falls to 0-2 after a second foul ball here from Grover. Shakes off a sign. Fires off the end of the bat, foul. So barely staying alive there is the Mooresville product, Kendall Grover. If you're just joining us, it was 4-2 in favor of the South in game number 1. In the bottom of the third here in game number 2, tied up at 1 run apiece. The 0-2 pitch to Grover, misses just outside, 1-2. Lily Went from Bishop Chatard High School on deck. The 1-2. Fouled straight back and will barely make it out of play. So we'll line up, do it all again. As Katie Mitchell from Whiteland High School looks on, the coach of the South All-Stars. Grover back in. 1-2, inside, turns on it, down the line, and that's going to hook just foul. So that's twice this at-bat that Grover has had home run distance, but it's just been a little too much out in front of it.
If she gets her timing down, that ball is out of here.
So the 1-2 again to Grover. Smacks another one down the line. This one foul as well, so we'll do it again. This will be the 4th straight 1-2 offering. Went on deck. Kansas Robinson in the hole. Macy Shirt due up 4th. Mo Shows due up 5th. She had a solo home run back in game number 1. The 1-2 just missed outside. Count evens at 2. And a lot of people cheering for the North thought that was strike 3 called.
Ooh, she brave.
The 2-2 to Grover. Fastball ripped down the left side. It's got distance, and again, it's going to hook just foul. Grover's going, you got to be kidding me. I have the distance. I just quite haven't been able to get the timing down as she fouls back the 5th ball of this at bat. So the 2-2. Grazes her helmet, and Grover, after all of that, gets smacked and will walk down the line and will take first base. So 1 on, nobody out as Grover gets hit. That'll bring up Lily Went from Bishop Chatard High School. Her head coach Carrie Lynch is here looking on. Went up in the box. Takes first pitch high outside for ball 1. Went, swings it, sends it to left. That ball continued to carry. It'll bounce off the wall, carom, and then be thrown in. So a double by Lily Went advances Grover to 3rd, and the South threatening to go back ahead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
She waited on that ball and just crushed it.
Ball seems to be carrying a little bit more than maybe what's expected. The wind has died down here compared to what we saw earlier this morning in game number 1. First pitch to Kansas Robinson in there on the inside corner for strike 1. So we'll see if the South can pounce with runners on here in scoring position. The 0-1 is fouled straight back, and a kid to Slushy grabs it. Good for him. Get him another one. So Robinson down quickly, 0-2. Fouls this one back. Robinson from Ben Davis High School. Bats lefty. Fouls that one back and hits somebody in the umbrella. That's why you bring umbrellas to games, I guess.
First and foremost.
Thinking ahead, I like it. Kansas Robinson, the 0-2. Change up, too high. Count goes 1-2. North versus South. South here batting in the bottom of the third. IndianaSRN. The 1-2. Waits on it. Smacks one to left. Incoming comes the left fielder. It is caught for the out. The throw home is not in time. So a nice catch there in left field by Allison Bertrand.
That was a great throw with her momentum going the opposite direction.
Just not quite in time. So a sacrifice fly by Kansas Robinson puts the South back on top, 2-1. From Southmont High School, the Mounties, Macy Shirk steps up. Swinging, smacks it to the third base, and a great play there for the second out of the inning by Katie Odrobanak. Ripped to her, got down on the knee. Let's check out the replay here. Keeps the ball in front of her, collects herself and the ball barehanded, makes a great throw.
Throws from her knees. That's impressive.
A great throw from her knees to get the out and keep the runner from scoring. So now 2 outs here in a 2-1 game as Moshe steps to the plate. She has a home run on the day. That was earlier in to right field. She bats this time from the left side. Clay City High School. We've seen her pitch today. We've seen her play third. This one comes inside, waits on it, swings at the very last moment, and hooks it foul, so the count goes 1-2. The 1-2. Popped up to left. It'll tail to the left, but then brought in and caught. So the North get themselves out of a jam there. The South does go ahead on a sacrifice RBI fly ball to left from Kansas Robinson through 3. The South back on top, 2-1. We'll be back right after this on IndianaSRN. Welcome back to Andy Moore Field. IndianaSRN, the North-South Girls High School All-Star Game heads to the 4th inning with the South now back on top with a 2-1 lead here from Bloomington, Indiana. Tony Donahue alongside Brandy Grubb. So far in both of these games, Brandy, we've seen some great defense. We saw it there for the North, to get out of that jam.
Yeah, some great throws from the knees. We saw some good outfielding with a good old toss to home plate. Keeping girls from scoring.
So the North, the designated visiting team here for game number 2. They were the home team in game number 1. As Debbie Hill will take back to the mound, the Whiteland Community High School product, under the tutelage of her head coach and coach of today's South team, Katie Mitchell. And leading off for the North All-Stars from Lake Central, after a great play at third, Katie Odrobanak. From Lake Central High School. Hill on the hill. Been waiting for that one. Odrobanak with Jeff Sherman, her head coach. He's in attendance here today as well. Second pitch swung on, strike. The count goes to 0-2. The 0-2 offering just misses high from Debbie Hill. 1-2. The 1-2 fouled straight back off the net and right back onto the field. Debbie Hill will get it. She was teammates with Peyton Pepkowski back in 2021, who was the 2021 last year's Miss Softball. Reaches for one, slaps it,
nice.
And it's a diving grab in center field, made nicely by Jessica Young. Excuse me. The catch made by Sophia Mosius. She's been all over the place. She's hit a home run. She's pitched. She's been at short, and she makes a diving catch here. A great grab by the Clay City product.
She's got the Sports Center highlight reel today.
She's got to be our player of the game, or the player of the day so far. So one out. And to the dish is Haley Kripe, Pioneer High School, a commit to Kansas next year. She had a triple back in the first inning. Fouls that one off, and it's quickly 0-2. So triple on today, 662 batting average this season at Pioneer High School. A great pitcher. She'll pitch next year at Kansas, 17-3 on the season with a 1.06 ERA. Looks at 0-2. Changeup, fouled opposite field, out of play. Ella Gearhart, she is on deck. She had an RBI single back in game one. That scored Haley Kripe after her triple. The 0-2. Swung on and missed on the outside fastball. And Kripe goes down swinging for the second out of the top of the fourth inning.
Now batting from Winnemac Community High School, number 10, Ella Gearhart.
So Gearhart, RBI in game one. Steps up from Winnemac High School. First pitch, fastball in there for a called strike. Swung on and missed at the fastball outside, and it's 0-2. The 0-2, 2 outs. Swung on, fanned another one. So a great inning of pitching done there by Debbie Hill. She strikes out the last two batters. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning here in IndianaSRN with the South coming up the bat, looking to add to their 2-1 advantage. We'll be back right after this.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Welcome back, Indiana SRN from Andy Moore Field in Bloomington, Indiana. The North-South All-Star game heads to the bottom of the fourth inning between the North and the South. Game number 2. South 4-2 winners in game number 1 as Carly Walter takes to the pitcher's mound, while Debbie Hill, who is currently pitching for the South, takes to the plate. She had a solo home run back in game number 1. That put the South up 3-1. Stretches it out on the second pitch here and is going to go over the top of Kylie Ferris and in safely with a stand-up double is Debbie Hill to lead off the fourth inning here for the South.
Yeah, she got all of that one.
Full arm extension on that swing. She's in easily at second. Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe offers traditional food like Grandma used to make, but several menu items come with a twist. Be sure to check out Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. First pitch upstairs for ball number 1 to Kylie Ferris. Excuse me. Kylie Ferris is in right. Alana Jones from Yorktown steps up. Looks at strike 1. A little bit different here. You know, you're adjusting to a new pitcher, but also the umpires. We saw game 1, not a lot of corners called. Game 2, lots of corners being called.
Oh, great placement.
Jones hits that off the middle of the bat over the third baseman. That's going to fall for a double. They will trade places as Debbie Hill scores. And the South go ahead 3-1. So from Center Grove High School, Alexia Warner will step up. RBI situation here for Warner with nobody out as the South goes up 3-1. Half swings at the first pitch, down to third base line. And the throw over is short, bobbled, bounced, and Alexia Warner from Center Grove runs it out. And we've got runners on the corner here with nobody out.
I don't think we could see that perfect sequence of events again.
From Greenfield Central High School.
That's why you always run it out.
Yes, sir.
Little slapper here.
A few more inches, that would have been perfect.
So Megan Winger
Good idea.
was going to go to UIndy, who had a base hit last game. A beautifully placed base hit last game. Slaps this one right to second. A nice jump catch there. Could have had a double play, nobody covering first. So the first out of the inning is recorded. And Sophia Knock from Union County High School will come to the plate. She had an RBI single back in game number 1, the pitch. And they are going after those first pitches here, Brandy.
They are attacking. First thing in the count. You can tell they're getting comfortable, getting their confidence.
So South leading it 3-1. That ball misses high. So Carly Walter pitching for the North from Lowell High School. Runners on the corners here. As Sophia Knox steps up looking for her second RBI of the day. Here's a pitch fouled straight back, and the count moves to 1-2. Walter fires.
Ooh.
That's a high fastball ripped deep to center field, drifting back. Well, it looked like it was off the wall. If they throw it, it's going to be the runner has came home and scored. Doesn't realize the ball was actually caught. It was off the wall. They are calling it an out. It looked like it was off the wall. Caught off the wall, thrown in. The umpires will get together. It should be a bouncer off the wall. Did a catch, which will not be an out. See the replay here. A great extension there by Sophia Knock. And that hits off the wall and bounces into her glove. Great camera work there by our guy Will to give us a good look at that. It did bounce off the wall. The umpires will look at it. What should happen here is the runner should come home safely to score, and I believe Alexia Warner should be awarded second base. I don't know exactly how the rules line up here, Brandy, but it was definitely hit off the wall.
It was definitely off the wall.
Then caught, so not an out.
She framed it well, though.
She did. She did try to sell it. We'll give her that. So the runner at third should come home to score. That'll make it 4-1 South. And I believe Alexia Warner will more than likely stay at first because I don't think she would have made it to second because she was halfway there with tagging up. So she may have made it there, actually. So they will leave her at first. They will, I believe, score the run. And we just have one out here in the inning. So a little back and forth there, but a nice base hit and another RBI for Sophia Knock. So that makes it 4-1 in favor of the South as Gina Moore from Winchester High School steps into the box with one out here in the inning. And kudos there, Brandy, to the umpires getting together, figuring out what exactly happened.
Yes, they made the right call.
And making the proper call. Because Jones was already in the dugout, had scored the run, because she saw it hit off the wall, just like we did up here. Here's a grounder to second, throw over, and I believe I thought that was only 2 outs. Nonetheless, a little bit of confusion there, but we are through 4 here at the North-South High School All-Star Game here on IndianaSRN, where the South has a 4-1 lead. We'll come back here with the 5th inning action on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Now pitching for the South.
We have a replay again real quick of that or no?
Number 17, Savannah Gaither.
We're back here on IndianaSRN as we head to the 5th inning. We're going to take a look one more time at the replay of the hit off the bat of Sophia Knock. Mind you, it's a 1-2 count, 1 out. This will hit off the wall here, as you see. Bam, right there, then caught. Now, the umpires did get together. They called it a catch, which then became a sacrifice fly to score the run and become the second out of the inning. And Alexia Warner stayed at first. So the umpires here don't have the privilege of replay like we do. Sometimes that happens. There is human error in this game. The South do get a run
off the top of the 5th inning for the North from Pioneer
and
High
lead
School,
4-1 as Kylie Ferris will lead off here from Pioneer High School for the North All-Stars, who trail 4-1. First pitch low. I thought in real time it did hit off the wall. But again, kudos to the center fielder for selling it and got the call. The 1-0 pitch. Smacked, popped to the third base side. Hauled in easily by Grover, and that is the first out.
Batting from Indiana Christian High School, number 12, Amanda DeBoer.
Amanda DeBoer comes up from Indiana Christian High School as Savannah Gaither takes back to the mound. Gaither's pitch outside for a ball. The 1-0. Outside corner for a strike. Count evens at 1. Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe offers traditional food like Grandma used to make, but several menu items come with a twist. Be sure to check out Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. The 1-1 inside misses. Count goes to 2-1. Top of the 5th. Amanda DeBoer up the bat from Indiana Christian High School. Up at the very northern tip of Indiana, close to the Chicagoland area. The 2-1 misses outside, goes to 3-1.
They recently moved out to DeMont.
Is it DeMont?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So moving out to DeMont, which is also out in the middle of nowhere. And DeBoer takes a 5-pitch walk, and with 1 out, the Northern All-Stars
from Kokomo High School, number 13.
From Kokomo, she'll play her college ball next year at Trine. Carly Trine, 5 home runs, 29 RBIs on the season. First pitch from Gaither in there for a strike. The 0-1. Runner goes, smacks it, finds some green, and it's a base hit for Carly Trine, advancing DeBoer to second. And with 2 on and 1 out, the tying run comes to the plate. That is Lindsay DeLeo.
Now batting from Concord
She really
High
used
School,
her
number
legs,
14,
got her hips
Delio.
turned around and pulled through that gap.
So Delio, we wait here. From Concord High School. First pitch outside. Are they the Minute Women? They're the Minute Men, right? So they're the Minute Women? The 1-0 comes in low. Count goes to 2-0. Tying run at the plate. It's Delio. Hasleby on deck. The 2-0. Slap to the opposite field. That's going to get to the outfield. We'll see if there's a play at the plate here. The ball's bobbled and right. That'll score 1 run. And an RBI single for Delio. Scores DeBoer. And the lead is cut in half. It's now 4-2.
Now batting from Columbia City High School, number 15, Natalie Hasselby.
So Hasselby will come up with 1 on. Runners on first and third. Nice base hit there to keep the inning going. And we'll see if Delio will be in motion to try to break up that double play. First ball pitched in there for a strike. Looking for green here, looking to at least keep it in the air as a sacrifice with 1 out. As that ball misses outside. Both teams with 6 hits. The South, 4 runs. A little slapper to third. Holds her back, throw over to first. And I think Brandy, she thought about that third too long and could have possibly turned 2.
Yeah, there was the possibility, but I think she made the right play in this situation, because if she missed turning 2, they would have scored at home.
So 2 outs, runners on second and third. That brings up Brooke Lickey from Columbia City High School. Swung on and missed. So this is the 4th time in 5 innings that the North has had 2 runners on with less than 2 outs. And she gets hit. That ball comes in inside, and Lookie takes it off the shin. And now Morgan Jenkins from Northwood High School will step up with the bases loaded and a chance here to tie or possibly go ahead with the go-ahead run currently now on first. Pitch inside. Jenkins over 3 in the day.
Northwood High School, number 17, Morgan Jenkins.
the Panthers of Northwood High School. Pitch comes inside, swung on, foul back. The 1-1, bases loaded, 2 outs. Misses upstairs, 2-1. Two-one misses. Now it's 3-1. Nowhere to put her. Walk is an RBI here. The 3-1. Swung on to third, fielded cleanly, throw over, and the South, for the second consecutive inning and the 4th time today, get out of a jam, and they hold with a 4-2 lead. The South will come up to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. You're watching the North-South High School All-Star Game here on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
And we join you here, bottom of the 5th inning. The South holding on to a 4-2 advantage. Some great defense that last inning to hold as the North were threatening with the bases loaded. Now pitching for the North All-Stars is Kennedy Peckinpah from McCutcheon High School.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th here, number 16.
Brenna Bloom.
That's Brenna Bloom. She's from Gibson Southern High School. 12 home runs on the year, bats .625, and has committed to play her college softball next year at Belmont down in Nashville. Indiana Mulch and Stone since 1987. Indiana Mulch and Stone has been dedicated to providing the highest quality products to landscapers, businesses, and residents in central Indiana. Our first priority and foremost goal is to establish long-term relationships with our customers. And this ball is shot left to left field off the wall. They'll try her at second. She slides in there with the double off the wall. So
Woo, she got all of that one.
Leadoff double from Brenna Bloom off the wall. And a runner back in scoring position here for the South All-Stars. Let's take a replay here. Comes in a little high and a full swing off the wall. Fielded cleanly. Almost had her at second. But Brenna Bloom in there with a double.
Look at the lower body strength.
This ball misses inside. A big thanks again to Indiana Mulch and Stone. Their philosophy has defined their success for the last 35 years and will continue to do so decades to follow. Ball misses outside. Count goes to 2-0. Kind of a different motion than what we're used to from Peckinpah. Possibly could be throwing the hitters off a little bit, but with that rip off the left field wall, Bloom said, nope, no problem. I'm on it. This ball comes in, a two-hopper to the third.
Nice scoop.
Nice scoop. And I believe she was going to be called out. The ball was broken loose from the glove on the transfer. So out at first, runner advances to third. And one on, one out. A sacrifice fly here would extend the lead for the South as Bella Gerlach comes to the plate. Looks at the first pitch in there for a strike. Gerlach bats from the very up front of the box. Takes high inside for ball one. The 1-1. Waited on it, and then slices it foul. 1-2. The North grabbed a run in that top of the 5th inning. The South looking to match and push that lead back to 3 runs where it was when this inning started. The North, 1 runner in there to go to make it 4-2. A hot shot to short. It's going to take a bad hop over the top of Haley Smith's shoulder. That'll score the run. It's an RBI single for Bella Gerlach of Corydon Central High School. That'll bring up Jessica Young from Bloomington South, right here in Bloomington, Indiana. She'll play her college ball up north at Western Michigan. First pitch in there, called chest high strike.
19, Jessica Young.
So Young batting from the left side. Has Bella Gerlach on first, 1 out, and a 5-2 advantage. The South looking to add to it. Pitch outside, missed. Ball 1. Moxley on deck, Ashton Green in the hole. Kendall Edmondson due up third. This ball ripped to the right side, finds some hole. A throw at third, it's gonna be close. Slide in there. We've got a safe call. That'll advance Jessica Young to second.
Such a great throw from right field.
So a great throw there.
From Evansville Central High School, number 20, Olivia Moxley.
By Alexis Antle, who we've seen pitched. I thought the timing was there. The tag just wasn't placed in time. So let's take a look at the replay here. Antle fires it to the lefty. This is the second or third time we've seen this. And just gets under the tag there.
In front of the bag.
So Olivia Moxley from Evansville Central High School steps up, looks at a outside strike call there. Count goes to 0-1. This one inside, looks more like a strike. We'll call it even at 1. I do miss umpiring, so.
I thought you retired after the 72-mile fastball.
Yeah, that's tough. The 1-1 pitch skips back, play at the plate, and she's safe. They're going to call her out. The ball was bobbled. I don't know about the call from here, but you can get another look at that. It looked like the ball was bobbled on the initial tag, nonetheless called out. See if we can get a replay here. The ball skips back, play at the plate.
That was at the transfer.
Looks like it was a tag. So good call there. Great camera work. Thanks, Will.
Great hustle by the catcher.
And it stays at a 5-2 game. And now instead of 2 on, 1 out, we have 1 on and 2 out. It's a great play there by the battery, the pitcher and the catcher. As Ella Gerhardt grabbed it, tossed it back, and then the tag was laid down. This ball is going to be fouled back. So great tag there by Peckinpah for the second out of the inning. 1-2. Comes in high, ball 2. What's your favorite count?
2-2, 2 out.
Moxley swings on it. 3 hopper to short. And a nice scoop there by Sydney Miller at first. We've seen her all over the field. A great play there. Limited damage. Only 1 run. 1 left on. And we are through 5 from Bloomington, Indiana, here on IndianaSRN. The South All-Stars leading the North All-Stars 5-2. We'll be back right after this on IndianaSRN.
Entrepreneurs are often the hardest working, most beloved, and inspirational people on the planet. People who lead with heart and are fueled by passion. People like Randy, who found time while running his restaurants to put 3 adopted kids through college. Like Rebecca, who switched careers as an architect to achieve her dream of opening a music venue. And Mia, who turned an after-school hobby into an online floral empire. Entrepreneurs put the time in, lead by example, spark ideas, and impact communities, all while shaping the financial future of their families. Nearly 1 million entrepreneurs trust Heartland to provide the technology to make money, move money, manage employees, and engage customers. Because we're entrepreneurs, we're people, and we get it.
So Atlanta Jones will take back to the mound here in the top of the 6th inning for the South All-Stars, who added to their lead. It is back to a 3-run deficit, 5-2. Your South All-Stars currently leading the North All-Stars, as the North will come to bat here again in the top of the 6th inning. Tony Donahue, Brandy Grubb bringing you all the action here from Andy Moore Field on the campus of Indiana University. Atlas Foundry Company since 1893 has been owned and operated by the Gartland family. The foundry has continued to grow by providing high-quality gray iron castings, plus needed support services such as pattern development and storage services, metal testing, evaluation, prototyping, part finishing, machining, coating, heating, treating, and much more. Thanks for the support of IndianaSRN and high school athletics to Atlas Foundry Company. All right, Brandy, what do you have to do here to ensure that these runners are not being left on base if you're the North?
South Bend Adams High School.
Make smart decisions in your batting, in your counts. Start early. Don't let the pitcher decide for you.
So Jones fires it in for strike 1. Leading off the top of the 6th, here is Haley Smith from South Bend Adams High School. She had an RBI sacrifice fly in game number 1. This one will be drifting to left and caught easily in right field by Kendall Edmondson. Allison Bertrand comes up next from Norwell High School for the North All-Stars. Our umpires today, Bart Montgomery, Bill Gierisbach, doing a great job. That one is swung on and missed by Bertrand. Jones pitched earlier today. That was in game number 1, won by the South 4-2. The South lead this one in the top of the 6th, 5-2. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Count goes to 0-2. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and that's a strikeout for the second out of the inning.
Now batting from Westview High School, number 20, Alexis Antall.
So Alexis Antall, who had that great throw in left last inning, steps up. We've seen her pitch today from Westview High School. First pitch swung on, fouled back. The 0-1. One hops for a ball. Antle with nobody on, 2 outs. Takes the ball outside. Count goes to 2-1. So again, ahead in your count here, Brandy, but unfortunately it's coming with 2 outs.
You can rally on 2. Just like that.
Swings at the third ball and grounds out to short. So that'll end the top of the 6th inning with the South leading 5-2. We'll be back right after this on IndianaSRN.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
All right, we're back here as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning from Bloomington, Indiana, here on IndianaSRN. The girls softball North-South All-Star game, bottom of the 6th inning. The South with a 5-2 advantage here over the North All-Stars. Leading off for the South will be number 21, Ashton Green from Tecumseh High School. She is fresh off her state championship win. Kennedy Peckinpah continues to pitch on the mound from McCutcheon High School. First pitch outside for ball number 1. Taylor Architects was established in 1985 by J. Robert Taylor following 20 years of multidisciplined project design and varied construction administrative experiences throughout several states. This one is roped to left field over the outstretched glove of Allison Bertrand, and a leadoff double here for the South All-Stars by the state champion Ashton Green.
You can see a little bit of disappointment on her face. That's why your first step is always back. She came forward and had to make up for it.
After 35 years of practice, the success of the firm at Taylor Architects and their clients and project types continue to grow into a diverse history of successful architectural services. This ball misses way outside. That'll advance the runner. So Peckinpah having a little bit of control issues. Ashton Green moves over to third, and Kendall Edmondson here with a chance for an RBI from Sullivan High School. The 1-0. Change-up misses outside. This one fouled back right into my lap. Bounces back and falls out of play. That literally would have been in my lap.
Did you bring your glove?
Should have. The 1-2. Swung on, smoked to right. That's going to get down. That'll score the run. So an RBI single here from Kendall Edmondson scores Ashton Green. And with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, the South ups their lead to 6-2.
Shelbyville High School.
There's a pretty little gapper.
So that'll bring up Miss Softball in the state of Indiana for 2022 from Shelbyville High School. Carissa Hamilton batting .526, 11 home runs on the season. She has committed to play at Kentucky next year. She will be behind the plate catching for the Wildcats in 2023. First pitch short goes to 1-0. Peckinpah deals this one. One hops to the plate as well. And ahead in the count goes Hamilton at 2-0.
Well, we know she's not afraid to swing on 3-0.
The 2-0 offering. Inside, swing on, swings and smacks one to the left side. Avery Parker on deck from Westfield High School. This ball comes in just missed low, and the count goes to 3-1. Up 6-2. You're Miss Indiana. Probably you're at your last at bat. Swinging away here?
Absolutely. Go for the fences.
We'll see how aggressive she is. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, drilled deep, but just ahead of it and foul. Just missed that one for Miss Softball in the state of Indiana, Carissa Hamilton. She would love to have that pitch back. The pitch. Ooh. High fastball. Fisted into center field. Quick throw in by Ferris, not in time. So the rally here in the bottom of the 6th continues.
Westfield High School, number 2, Avery Parker.
As Miss Softball Carissa Hamilton smacks a single, advancing Edmonston to second, bringing up Westfield High School's all-time home run hitter, and Avery Parker had an RBI grounder earlier, and she will ground this to third. A quick step on second. Quick step on third, a throw over to first for the double play, and just like that, there are 2 outs. Might have had a chance at a triple play.
Possibly.
Let's take a look here. I think she thinks there's maybe 2 outs here. quick step probably wouldn't have got her at second. So a great play there in the field.
Now batting from Martinsville High School.
From the
#3,
North All-Stars. And Haley Kripe over at third. This pitch is going to find the backstop. And Hamilton will advance to third. So now 2 outs. 6-2 the advantage. But a great double play there started by Haley Kripe. Thrown over to Charlotte Dombrowski of Valparaiso High School to finish off the double play. Now 2 outs. This ball to Ella Whitney from Martinsville High School inside. That moves the count to 2-0. Kendall Grover on deck from Mooresville. You know, she's chomping at the bits. Come on, just get on so I can get my last at bat here too. This ball comes in high.
You know, the good thing is, though, most of these girls are still going to be playing travel ball this entire summer, so they've got plenty of at-bats left.
The 2-0. Waited on. 3-hopper to short. Great play. The throw not in time, so an RBI sacrifice there. It'll go down as a single for Ella Whitney. And that pushes the score now to 7-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kendall Grover comes up. Lily Wendt is on deck. First pitch of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Roped to left,
now
but foul.
From Mooresville High School, #4, Kendall Grover.
So Grover at the plate. Excuse me, it was Katie Odrobanak at third with that great turn of 2. And Grover steps back in. The 0-1 falls short. Count evens at 1. This one swung on and fouled back. It gets out of play. Will, watch your head. Thought I might bounce back, buddy. Just looking out for you. And we're out of softballs. And now we have one. So back at it here. 0-2, or excuse me, 1-2 the count. Bottom of the 6th. Kendall Grover looking to add to the South's lead. With 1 on. The 1-2 misses high. Count evens now at 2.
2 outs.
So Peck and Paul look to get out of this inning.
Ooh.
Rips it to third, and a great pick and a great throw there by Katie Odrobanak from Lake Central High School. She gets all 3 of the outs here this inning on great plays, stops the bleeding for the North. We will head to the top of the 7th inning with the South ahead 7-2. We'll be back right after this on IndianaSRN.
A sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
We are back here from Bloomington, Indiana, Indiana University's campus, Andy Moore Field, for the North-South High School All-Star Game here, as the North will step to the plate down 7-2 here in the top of the 7th. Now what they'll do here in this All-Star Game is the home team, the South, although leading 7-2, if they get out of this inning without giving up 5 or more runs, they will still bat. They will allow them to bat. So the South will get the bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. They'll give out the MVP award after. Back catching for the South All-Stars is Miss Softball, Carissa Hamilton. And stepping up to pitch for the South is number 7 from Southmont High School, Macy Shirk. Saw her pitch earlier in game number 1.
From Whitco High School, number 21, Gwynnie Gard.
So Gwynnie Gard will step up from Whitco High School. Faith McLean will be on deck, and in the hole, the lineup will turn around, and Charlotte Dombrowski from Valparaiso High School will go back-to-back with her Viking teammate in Peyton Iliff, who has a hit in this game.
Ooh.
First pitch swinging for Gwynnie Gard, and she rips this to center.
She's ready to rally.
So if you're going to rally, it's always nice to get that lead-off hitter on.
Eastside High School, number 22, Faith
So from
McLean.
Eastside, Faith McLean steps up. She will look to continue it here in the top of the 7th inning. Shirk sets, Shirk fires. Swung on, hopped. Shirk finds it on the hop. One hops at the first, and a nice pick over there by Ella Whitney for out number 1 advances the runner over to second.
Now batting from Valparaiso High School, number 2, Charlotte Dombrowski.
So Dombrowski will step up. She started this game pitching for the North All-Stars. Her Valpo High School teammate on deck in Peyton Iliff. First pitch, swung on, fouled back. Shirk fires, and chest high strike there, and the count is 0-2, so Dombrowski behind the count here. This one misses inside, barely, and the count now 1-2 to Dombrowski, looking to continue this inning, the last at bat for the Northern All-Stars, unless they do tie or go ahead. This ball swung on. They're going to go to third with it. The lead runner is out. So Dombrowski will get on first. And I think you have to hold up there if you're the runner at second and not be that out at third.
Yep, that was a heads-up play by shortstop.
So great play there at short
batting from Valparaiso High School,
by Avery
number
Parker.
4, Peyton Iliff.
And Peyton Iliff could be the Northern All-Stars' last shot to continue this contest, although the South will bat in the bottom of the 7th, and Will is looking forward to that. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled back. Shout out to the microphone holding steady. So the 1-1. Change up, foul back, and out of play. So if Iliff does reach, Sydney Miller would be on deck, followed by Carly Walter, who has an RBI in this game. This ball comes in upstairs to even a count at 2, with 2 outs here in the bottom, the top of the 7th. The 2-2. Just missed inside. A great frame job there by Carissa Hamilton. Didn't quite get the call, and the count goes full 3-2. Iliff makes contact, foul out of play, as Ella Whitney will get under it and record the final out. So this game will be won by the South. The score and that final at bat is all that's left to be determined. And we'll take a break here on IndianaSRN.
A career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
We head to the bottom of the 7th inning with this one already in the books. The South All-Stars will sweep the day win game number 1 with the score of 4-2. And we will head to the bottom of the 7th. They will allow the home team, although up 7-2, to have their final at bats. So this one, the outcome has been settled. We just need to figure out what the final score will be from Andy Moore Field here in Bloomington, Indiana, on the campus of Indiana University. Tony Donahue alongside Brandy Grubb. Great day of softball here. We've seen some great defensive plays. A couple homers there in that first game, solo shots. Brandy, what has stuck out to you so far today?
I'm so impressed by the defense, especially when you don't know the girls you're playing next to. You don't know their habits. You don't know if they're going to be there. And I just think it's been incredible, some of the all-star ESPN highlight reel plays we've seen today.
Seen some great diving catches. Again, as we mentioned, 2 solo home runs in the first game. We did see a highlight catch, sort of, off the wall there back in the 3rd inning.
For the North.
It was
Concord High School, number 14.
Called a catch, although it was bounced off the wall. Nonetheless, that won't cost anybody the outcome of this game, as the South are ensured a doubleheader win here, knocking off the North in game 1, 4-2, and have a 7-2 advantage with 12 hits in game number 2. It's coming to the plate, leading off will be Lily Wendt from Bishop Chatard High School.
Number 5, Lily Wendt.
And pitching for the North from Concord High School, Lindsay Delio. So we hit the bottom of the 7th here. The last inning, first pitch comes in, and it's a rainbow. And they laugh it off. Maybe tried for the changeup, but just hung on to it a little too long. The 1-0. Foul back by Lily Wendt from Chatard High School. I'm assuming, I could be corrected if I'm wrong, that the north-south cutoff is probably Hamilton County. If Westfield is in the south, I would imagine that's the cutoff. Maybe it's floating to make sure that each team has 22 ladies on the squad. So Lily Wendt, 1-1 count. Fist one off the handcuffs. Back to the pitcher, and that is out number 1. Caught there by Delio.
Now batting from Ben Davis High School, number 6, Kansas Robinson.
So Kansas Robinson steps up. She had a sacrifice fly back in the 3rd inning. That put the South up 2-1. First pitch takes inside. Robinson has had some great plays in the field. We've seen her at 3rd. We've seen her at short. We've seen her at 2nd base so far. Change up in there on the inside corner, called strike 1.
That was a Susie Meatball pitch.
Yeah, if I have a 7-2 lead in an inning I shouldn't even be batting, I am sending that to the parking lot. Yep. The 1-1 outside misses, 2-1. And I bet she wishes she had that one back. So 2-1, Robinson ahead in the count. The delivery fouled to the left side. 2-2 now. I would bet that the guy next to us is the guy running the scoreboard. The 2-2 hitter in the back. And you certainly don't want to see that. Certainly in an inning where you're probably going, you know, maybe I didn't want to bat there. We already have this one intact. Takes one to the back.
School, number 7, Macy Shirk.
Kind of excited to see her on the bases again, though.
I'm stealing here. Yeah. If I'm Kansas Robinson, I've won the All-Star game. I've played well all day. Yep. I'm going. Heck, I might even steal 3rd.
Benny the Jet still got it.
Macy Shirk from Southmont High School steps up. Fans at the first offering to go down 0-1. Southmont, the Mounties, outside of Crawfordsville, Indiana. stretches for it and fouls it back. So Robinson on first, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Shirk waits on
There
it
she
high.
goes.
Robinson goes and is in there and winds up with the ball bouncing off of her hand.
She had a great
Maybe her
jump off
shoulder.
the base.
So she's been hitting the back, hitting the shoulder. We'll see what happens here when she attempts to steal third. Call on my shot. Send her. Just send her. On the flip side of that, if you're Peyton Iliff behind home plate, you're going, all right, if you're going to go, I'm going to try to end my All-Star game despite not winning on a high note. The 1-2. Smash to the right side. That'll go just foul. So the 1-2 to Shirk. Missed outside and high. Count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. One hops it, and the count goes full, 3-2. You got to think if you're Shirk here, Brandy, you're swinging at anything close, knowing that this game's. I guarantee you. Yep.
I'm going down swinging.
I'm going down swinging, but this is probably the only time in her life that she will ever get in that bat in a game that's already been decided.
Now batting.
True.
Unless there's some kind of
Number 8,
forfeit and they
Sylvie
continue
Moses.
to play a game.
There's your stealing third.
Yep. Samoshos steps up. Ball goes way high, sails over, and Robinson steals second. Now advance to third on the pass ball. And Moses, who has a solo home run on the day, will look for her second dinger. Here's the pitch. Swung on, jammed her. It'll be caught, and that'll do it. The South All-Stars, your winners in both games 1 and 2. The final score in game 2, 7-2 in favor of the South.
By a score of 7-2.
We will stick around here for the MVP of the game as the ladies will line up for a handshake as we will wait for the most valuable player award. Avery Parker had an RBI ground out earlier in the game. Ella Whitney had an RBI single. An RBI double from Alana Jones for the South All-Stars. Again, Moses and Debbie Hill with solo home runs in game number 1. Sophia Knock with an RBI knock to right field. Brenna Bloom smacked one off the wall. Bella Gerlach for the South had an RBI single on the day, as did Kendall Edmondson. Lindsay Delio had an RBI single today as well. Carly Walter had a sacrifice fly. Haley Kripe had a triple and scored on the Ella Gerhardt single. That's the scoring for the day here, as Haley Smith also in game 1 had a sacrifice fly. That's your scoring
Your attention to the home
here
plate
today.
area.
We will go now to the PA. We'll hear from Katie Todd, who will tell us who our MVP award is for today's
Most
games.
Valuable Player Award was excellent. 2 different formats. She was 2 for 3 at the plate with a double, a home run, and 2 runs scored. She also twirled 2 innings in the circle, allowing no hits while striking out 4 batters. Today's most valuable player from Whiteland Community High School, Debbie Hill.
Debbie Hill with the RBI and the solo home run. She pitched. We thought it could have been Moses, who also had a great game, pitched well, and had a home run. But Debbie Hill from Whiteland Community High School, led by her head coach, Katie Mitchell, who is the head coach of the South All-Stars. Debbie Hill will take home the Hardwell, and we will wrap it up. Thank you to everybody here at IndianaSRN, all of our partners and sponsorships throughout the day. The South All-Stars win game number 1, 4-2. Come back and win game number 2, 7-2. For Will Simmons, Ben Wood, and Brandy Grubb. Thanks to Keith Myers as well. And Jerry Collins back in the studio. I'm Tony Donahue signing off from Bloomington, Indiana, where the South All-Stars sweep the day with 7-2 and 4-2 victories. Take care.